3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I'll miss episode number 247, I think, of the Good Morning Guys podcast. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we talk about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and Transition Ninja, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, the judge, the jury, and the executioner of that there fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novacell.
You are right. It is episode 247.
Sweet.
And this is the perfect time for us to launch GMG 24/7 network.
Oh, right. Let's do it. It's the 24/7 network. We're never stopping to breathe or do anything.
Never stop stopping.
Nope. Can't stop, won't stop. We're going to do this live for the rest of our lives.
Forever.
Bathroom breaks only. And even then, one of us will stay to talk.
Yeah. Wait, we can't have reruns? We have to have reruns.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you got to have reruns for sleeping and all that jazz. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
How long do you think 247 episodes? If we just played 247 episodes, is that like only like 24 days? Because we used to do 2-hour episodes, right?
Like 47, 2. No, that would be. How would that only be? 24 days? Is that how math works?
I don't know.
Our average is still probably close to 2 hours.
I think it's 88 minutes is our average. So 247 times 88. How many? Yeah,
divided by 24. That would be 905 days.
No way. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
What kind of math were you using?
Did
you multiply?
Wait. I don't know what kind of math.
247 times 247 divided by 60.
Oh, wait, that was minutes.
That's 362 hours. Divided by 24.
Yeah, you're right.
That's only 15 days. All right. Well,
that's weak sauce.
This is GMG 15 days only.
I may or may not have said years, and I meant, did I say years or months or days? I said days, right? I meant hours.
900 something days.
It's 905 hours, right? Is that what it is? 905 hours divided by...
Oh, I don't... What? 905 hours?
I don't know. Okay, I want to get this math right for myself.
All right, so, 247
episodes at
times 88
minutes per episode.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's where
21,000 minutes. All right.
Now, there's 60 minutes in an hour.
Yeah.
So I need to divide it by 60. Okay, that's the hours. 362
hours.
Okay, and then there's 24 hours in a day.
Yes.
15 days. You are correct. Thank you for leading me.
You're welcome.
Why I shouldn't do math after dark.
Yeah. Do you really, listeners, joiners, do you want to listen to this for 24/7?
Yeah. Does this sound good? I mean, I think we've already, we hit the height of this episode by talking about lobes earlier. So I think, it's only downhill from here. So I don't know if we keep them for 24/7.
Yeah.
It'd be tough. And we can only do the 24/7.
We got to get sponsors though, because that's a lot. Yeah.
That is. And we can only do the 24/7 network for 15 days at this point. Is it like, do we start it and then it's over after 15 days?
It's 24/15. That's what it is.
24/15. 24/7/15. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you're new to us, joiner, and you're still here, congratulations. The worst is past you, but it's not actually the worst, because you can ask those who have been here and are not new joiners, and they can tell you, no, it can always get worse. So thank you for joining the Garbage Truck on Fire. We are going to talk about life. We're going to talk about games. It's just the two of us, because to my left and Patrick's right are the spirits of the volleyball and beastie of the East who can make you laugh in 3 words or less, your money back, Ronald Johansson. And then the final member, who's also a spirit, who's on sabbatical and temporarily deceased. He's got music in his heart, Doctor Who on his brain, and La Coretta in his whole stomacho. That is Carcass Boucheicus.
You know, when Marc and Ronnie actually show up, they're like, where's Ronald? I thought Ronald was supposed to be on.
Yeah.
And
Well,
where's Carcass?
for sure,
Dejacus?
Carcass. I'm going to call him Carcass at the beginning because I don't even remember his real name. I've said Carcass so many times now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into life
Mm.
because that's how it is sometimes. And I
Yeah.
want you to start.
Me.
Yep.
Okay. So was it last week or 2 weeks ago that my wife came on? Was it 2 weeks
I think it was
ago?
last week.
Was
It
it last
wasn't
week?
last week?
Oh man. I feel it's been
Feel like a woman. I didn't go to the right key there.
that's okay. I thought it was fine.
Thanks.
I
I
thought you
appreciate
were
it.
yeah. But anyway,
Good
so
enough. Good enough.
I asked Mel. So I asked Mel to do another update on the whole cheerleading thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because she went through a whole thing for 24 hours of getting ready, and then the cheerleading coach never showed up, and the tryouts never happened. So they
I think
pushed
you're right.
it back.
I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was wrong.
Okay, they pushed it back, and tryouts were last week. Oh, okay, yeah, so it must have been 2 weeks ago because tryouts were last week.
Yeah.
Tryouts were last week, and she made it.
Hey,
She made the
look at
cheerleading
that.
squad. Yeah.
An official cheerleader.
Yeah. So I think she's got like 3 or 4 of her friends that are actually on it. So
Sweet.
which is cool because it's a 10-person squad. And the tryouts, like they still don't have a coach yet. They're gonna have a coach probably within the next like month. That's what they're looking for because there's summer cheerleading camp that's supposed to be happening next month. So they're trying to get the coach before that.
Gotcha.
And so, but the coach that did the tryouts was the high school cheerleading coach that she's going to go to. So for her making the cheer squad in middle school, I think that only bodes well for her when she tryouts for the high school, because hopefully maybe the coach would recognize her or remember her from being from those tryouts. So yeah, cool. really excited that she was able to make it, because it's like she had her friends that were trying out, and she's never she's never done cheer before. She's done gymnastics, she's done dance, so it seemed like it'd be a good fit for her. But cheerleading is a little bit different than dancing. It's like more crisp and more like, I don't know, just cheerleading. So it's not
it's just more cheerleading. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like dancing, like you're flowing, you're like moving around like gracefully, and cheerleading is more like
cheery,
just like punch, like just you have
punch.
to like
it's all in the mind.
Yeah, just a bunch of parappa the rappers
there's
out there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of girl parappa the rappers.
Yeah. So I'm happy that she made it. So
cool. Congrats to Claire Bear.
Our fall is going to be pretty busy because they do both basketball and football, and normally both those sports are happening at the same time. So
weekly.
So she's going to have some games there during probably the weekdays and the weekends. So it'll be a busy fall.
Yeah, it will. Did I ever tell you in middle school, I think it was 6th grade, I did one season of basketball announcing.
Oh, really?
Like color commentating,
Yeah.
And I
went
it a 2-man booth?
It
was no, it was on the floor, like on the sideline. Teams on both sides of me, and just at half court, and I just started talking, and it was pretty much me calling out the number or the player who scored and what they were doing. And I think after the first half, the guy who was responsible for it was like, you don't have to talk so much. All you got to do.
Was it the entire like gymnasium could hear you?
Yeah, it was going over the speaker. So everybody's here to like, they passed a 33. 33 goes up and shoots. And I don't remember everything I said, but I talked way too much. They're like, all you got to do is say when they score.
Oh, just like the player that scored and all that stuff?
Like 33 scores.
Man, did they not give you rules? Give you like, hey, here are the rules?
No, he was just like, hey, do you want to do this? I'm like, sure. And so I announced the people coming in. And of course, I knew all the players on our team. And then when they got to the other squad, I was just like, Betty Schlager, like I hacked up names and stuff.
So did he? So the way he asked you, did he ask you? You don't need to, but did you want to?
He might have said I didn't have to, but he didn't say it in a way like, "Hey, this is all you need to do or all you should do." He was just like, just comment on the scores, and I'm like, okay. I really don't remember what he said. I just remember him saying, "Hey, do you want to announce for us?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then I just went in there like all guns blazing, like ready to say, and there they go, and then dribbling and passing. Oh, they lose it, and I'm like trying to really like talk it up like I'm on the radio.
Yeah, it sounds like if I was a spectator at that game, I would still be talking about that to this day. Like you are probably in some other person's like life, their memories of how hilarious.
You remember that kid that used to announce for middle school games? That kid was crazy. Or the people that came later that just heard me being like, number 33, score. Like,
those are the worst.
When he totally just was the killjoy and was just like, no, don't do that. Just
no. And I say this because we have 3 baseball fields in our backyard. Like there's a fence and then there's 3 baseball fields, and there's 2 smaller fields, and then there's like the big field with like 350 feet, 400 feet to the center field, like the big field where the big kids play, like teenagers play.
The big kids.
Yeah, the teenagers, and there's softball and adult leagues that play there. And so there's a microphone, and there's a speaker system, and on Saturday afternoon games, there is usually a little girl that's on there, and she just announces. And it's so like every year I don't know if it's a different girl or every year or like it changes every couple of years, but it's still the same, like sounds like an 8-year-old just up there saying, now batting number 3. And that's about all she says. Right. And my wife and I, we say that even if not during baseball season. So we remember that. And the last time it's happened was, it was pre-COVID, and then now they're playing baseball in those fields again, and the girl's back, and I was like, we missed it so much.
Nice.
So I wonder if people remember you.
Yeah, that little kid whose voice was probably changing, and yeah, at that time I was short and chubby, so I can only imagine what people thought. I'm sure my friends that it was mainly for the girls' games. I'm sure they were like, Lucas, shut up. Like, quit talking so much and quit pointing out, like, oh, they dropped the pass. Oh, I was trying to like say everything.
Yeah.
I think I only lasted a quarter though, because I think he came up to me, if I remember right, and was just like, dude, you need to dial it down. You're talking too much. This is not on the radio. People are trying to watch the game and they hear this little kid just, and then they threw it and they 37 almost got, oh man, so close. Like I sounded nothing like I sound now.
I would want to go to every single game, even if I was not associated with any of the kids there.
I appreciate that.
No.
I think I made it fun, but
yeah.
Shot me down.
So yeah, sticking with Claire. Last week was the last week for school, and so she had like an end of year award ceremony for all the kids that got awards for most outstanding. Best sport athlete, whatever. No, not
superlatives.
Yeah, stuff like that. And
or
so
awards.
She didn't get any of those, but she did get a 4.0 GPA for the entire year.
Nerd alert.
So that was awesome. And then back in January when she had that scare, and so we're coming back, and one of the lasting effects from that was cognitive abilities, but she hasn't lost a beat, so I'm excited about that. Yeah,
she got them cognitive abilities in spades.
4.0.
Yeah, look out.
So, exciting for that. And then
for sure.
Last thing on the life front, last week was me and my wife's 15-year anniversary.
It was. Happy anniversary, my friend. 15 years. What is that? What is the material or the element? Or
it is.
Do you remember? Did you look?
If the traditional is crystal, and then the
did you get her a crystal duck?
No.
That ridiculous crystal duck. You should have. Missed opportunity.
But the modern thing is like watch, time, clock, stuff like that. So I got a clock for the kitchen. It has our names on it, and then our
Is that in
our
case
wedding
you
date.
lose,
Our wedding
if you
date.
lose the clock? Like if the clock just gets lost and you're like, oh, that's ours. It's got our name on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Return
You just
our
never
addresses
know.
on the back. You know.
Yeah. There you
Um.
go. Nice.
So I got her that, and
Did
then
you say did you say the wedding
yeah,
date's on it?
yeah.
Is that because you're getting old and you'll forget if it's not there in front of you?
So
And
really,
she's like, you know what? I'm looking out for you, honey. Just want to make sure you never forget and go to the
every
doghouse.
every anniversary, I get her something, and it has our wedding date on it. So our wedding date is around the house.
It's
So
everywhere.
there's no
I
way
see what
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
forget
there.
it.
I need to start doing that because I know my memory is going to go before Mindy's does, and so I need to take
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
into account. Because when we celebrated our anniversary, it was porcelain, and we don't really like anything that's porcelain, so I didn't
Yeah, like
really
I don't
get
I don't
anything with the element
I
going
don't
on.
like the traditional one is very just old ways, old school, you know.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, she got me a two crystal glasses, some whiskey stones,
Oh, cool.
and some slate
Whiskey
coaster.
Stones.
Yeah.
Whiskey Stones.
Whiskey stones.
All right.
um
Carry on.
but yeah, so she got me that, but I also got her a locket, no, sorry, a lock, and it's a heart
Key.
shaped with a key, yeah, with a
Okay.
key.
All right. All right.
And it has our names on it,
Okay.
and it
And your
has
wedding date?
our wedding date as well.
Of course.
So the lock, so downtown there is a bridge where it's only for walking. There's no cars can't drive down it. So
Right.
it's a great way to get from Cincinnati over to Newport, Kentucky. And on that bridge there is a place where you can hang your locks. That's called the love lock part. And I was gonna, bring her up there for in the middle of the day, because I had taken like a long lunch that day. So
Mhm.
we were walking up there to put it on there, and as we were walking up to the bridge, lo and behold, the bridge is closed.
Boo.
I
Who
had been
closes a bridge? A walking bridge.
walking this bridge almost every single day this past month, and the day that I go up there, it's closed. There's no event going on. There's no construction going on. I don't see anything going on. And so I go up to it. I'm like, and Mel's like, we'll just do it another time.
You're
So I
like,
go up
no,
to the
don't tell
I
me
go up
what
to
to
the
do.
gate. Yeah, I know. I go up to the gate because there's like nothing going on. There's nothing. So I go up to the gate and I try to lift it and I try to push it, and it's like it's all the way in the bridge, like concrete, like there's a pole in the bridge, and I couldn't get it out.
Man.
Like, yeah, so they really locked it up, so I couldn't get in. And then so you can actually, there's like two parts. That part was closed, and then there's another part where it's like basically a single lane walking area, so you can walk all the way across the bridge still.
Okay.
But in between both of those parts was you can kind of jump over to the other side if you wanted to. But there's also the river below you, and you could definitely fall through it.
Yeah.
So I definitely thought about just jumping over there and doing that. And I was like, yeah, what if I fall? Like, I was like, I don't want to.
That would be a fun anniversary walk story. Like, hey, remember that time we celebrated 15 years and then I fell in the river? Like, how far of a drop is it? How many feet?
I don't know, maybe 100 feet. Like it's pretty high up there,
fun.
and I don't know how deep it is there either. So there's no way of knowing if I could even survive that. And it's the Ohio River. It's not like the cleanest of the places. So there's probably all kinds of debris in there that I could have fallen on.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, I decided not to jump over there.
You didn't want to jump over there?
Yeah, because if I had jumped over that, then Mel had to, and then I would have been responsible for that too. So I was like, nah,
yeah,
you know what?
Risky.
Let's not do it.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah. So we just got to go up there another day and to put our lock up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the video game front, on the Earl side, no, Iffle.
Don't get them
side.
mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I jumped back into Star Wars. What? It's not Jedi Fallen Order.
Survivor.
Oh, it's Jedi
I'm
Survivor.
a survivor. I'm going breaking. I'm on the dungeon. I don't know words.
That's exactly, yeah. So when you actually boot up the game, that's what plays.
That's how it starts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can,
that
if
sounds
you want
right.
to, just turn on Spotify and turn it on, and you can
could.
make it your own.
You could just
Yeah.
listen to it the whole time.
Yeah.
And just imagine.
So I booted it back up. I played another couple hours, and I just haven't been able to get back into it. I've gotten
Really?
the itch to
It's
get
not
back
grabbing
into
you?
it. No, I've gotten it. I just haven't been able to. I haven't had the
Okay.
time to get back
All right,
into
all
it.
right. That's allowed.
So we had just had like a lot of stuff going on over the weekend with Memorial Day weekend and all that stuff. So I just haven't been able to get back into it. But I've got the itch. I'm starting to unlock more and more facial like beards
Features.
and mustaches. And,
that's why we play. That's why we play Star Wars.
Yeah.
For the facial.
Yeah.
Facial unlocks.
So you can't just, you can change your look in the menu at any time. You can do that at any time. But to be able to change it, you have to open up those looks from little like canisters.
Quick question.
They're
so we got
collectibles.
this is like what? Okay, this is like canned air and Spaceballs. Like we have canned beard. Like, hey, got a can of beard right here. Let me just pop one up so I could get my, my mutton chops going.
Yeah.
Like,
and you never know what's going to be in there. It could be an outfit. It could be a hairstyle. It could be a beard style. You never know.
Like the springy snake thing that pops out of a can. He's like, all right, let's see what's inside. Pop, and then a lightsaber popped out in my face.
It's a grab bag of things. You never know.
Okay, that's weird, but
it's a very strange
games.
Way to do it. It's video games. It's stuff you just look past.
So Cal doesn't know how to do these like haircuts and beard types. Like he has to learn through canisters or attain them.
Yeah. He's learning the Force, learning the
like
ways
real
of the
life.
Force.
Yeah.
You never knew that Force you could actually grow beards and facial hair and actually hairstyles. That's one of the Force powers.
Yeah. Man, I really need Luke's like, I really want a better goatee, and then Obi-Wan's like, use the Force.
It's a skill tree.
Goatee style. Yeah, it's a skill tree. Shaving with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
But yeah, I'm having
fair
fun
enough.
with it. I got stuck on a puzzle, and that's when I stopped, and then I just haven't been able to get back to it.
Them puzzles.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out the puzzle. I'm like, this should be a thing. Like, I feel like it's either a glitch or I'm not paying attention hard enough. So
gotta pay attention harder.
I may need to pull up a YouTube video for this puzzle.
Get Clark in the room. Maybe his flexible, child mind will help you overcome, and he'll like say something random, and it'll just turn the light bulb on. Bloop.
Well, it was like there's this puzzle. I have to like throw a ball into this little this orb into a electrical magnetical thing. I don't know what it is, but you do that and it provides you a bridge. And there's like 4 or 5 of these. Okay. Yeah. And then so I put it on, I go across a bridge. I have to open up a door, and to open up that door, it's on a rope. You put it at the rope at the other end of the wall, and the door stays open. And inside that door is another orb. And I need 2 orbs to get across this huge cavern that will give you that bridge. And that orb is in there, and I can't get it out. So
you have the Force, man.
I know. I'm trying to pull. I'm trying to force push. I'm trying to use my lightsaber on it. So I'm jumping around, I'm just like looking around. So I go over to the orb, grab it from that magnetic pedestal, whatever it is, throw it into another one, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go back there. So I was like, and then nothing happens. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I go back to the beginning and I start over, and I go back over to that door. I try to open it up, and I'm doing the same thing over and over again for like 15 minutes. And I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, I feel like I just need to quit and start it over, because I feel like it's a glitch, because that orb is sitting right there in front of me. So I was doing that for 15 minutes, like doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like something was going to change.
Right.
So, yeah. But yeah. Puzzles. So, but yeah, outside of that, I'm having a good time with that game. And then lastly, on the Discord, Ryan Straube was talking about how John Wick 4 was awful.
Talking smack against John Wick.
Smack about
against
John Wick
Baba
4.
Yaga.
He said he had never seen John Wick 3. And I'm like, well, that's the way it leads straight into John Wick 4. Like, a lot of stuff that happened in John Wick 3 leads into John Wick 4. So I'm like,
Right.
you know what? And so and Ryan Strappy, I really appreciate his opinions because they're so unpopular, and really anything that he likes or he doesn't like, is the exact opposite. If he doesn't like it, I'm gonna love it. If he loves it, I'm probably not gonna like it. So I really like if he has opinions on something, I listen.
Yeah,
because
it'll be the opposite.
It is, yeah, it really is. So I was like, you know what? All this talk, and I still haven't seen John Wick 4. So I ended up watching John Wick 4 over the weekend.
Yeah.
And my goodness, that movie just turns it up to 11. Like John Wick 1, 2, and 3, like you put them all on a ball, and that's what 4 is. Like it's so wildly insane. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the John Wick movies, but it's like every single John Wick, there's always someone who's above the person he's trying to kill. There's
Right.
always another leader, another kingpin, another person that just higher and higher and higher. But it's wild. Like I don't know how John Wick didn't die in this one. Like he falls so many times. He gets shot so many times. And he just gets up and runs. I'm like, man, if I fell like that from like 50 feet down onto a car, I'd be dead. He just gets up, shakes off his suit, and just starts shooting again. I'm like, I don't even know how this is possible, but I don't care. This movie's hilarious and just fun to watch.
Yeah,
popcorn flick for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So
Ray
John
agrees.
John Wick 4. I would give it 9 out of 10 marquees.
All right. That's a good score. I like that.
But yeah, that's about it for me.
All right. Yeah, I want to watch John Wick 4, and I've been talking to a fellow teacher of mine, the art teacher, who is the one that I went to last year. Like I went with last year to Comic-Con here in Sao Paulo, CCXP. So he's kind of my comic book nerdy friend and buddy that I like to talk about all kinds of video game, comics, Marvel, whatever. And he was like, man, I really want to see John Wick 4. And I'm like, me too. And he's like, okay, have you watched John Wick 1, 2, 3? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, watch that first. I still haven't watched it. And he's like, so are we ever going to watch John Wick 4? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. So it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But I do want to watch them. It's a lot of homework. And I'm not good at homework right now. But that's just my life. So
I mean,
that's my problem.
It's mindless action. I mean, basically, that's what it is.
And I'm a fan sometimes of that. I like that mindless action. It's fun.
Yeah.
All right. So on my end, I'm going to start with Earl. I think that's what you started with, right? Was Earl?
I did. Yeah.
I'm also going to start with Earl, and yet at the same time, nothing super like important or super like interesting. I've been working a lot of, I have, we're in the last couple weeks of school. We do school a little, we finish the school year a little later than everybody else. So where most people are finished, like in the US.
But don't you have more breaks?
Spread throughout, we do.
Yeah.
And we have on both ends, or I guess every 6 months, 5-6 months, we have. That's not every 6 months because that would be too many months. Every 5 months, 4 to 5 months, we have a month to a month and a half off. Yeah. So we're gonna have off half of June, and then most of July, and then at the end of the year we'll have half of December and most of January, and then in between we have 3-day weekends, 4-day weekends randomly.
Yeah,
but we have a couple weeks left, so I have tests to give, finals for my high school Bible class. Excuse me. And so I'm working on that. I'm working on getting ready for next school year because I need to kind of redesign the discipleship program, as it were, a little bit at our school, which involves chapel, involves like small groups that we call connections. It involves, even training teachers on how to disciple in the classroom or during lunch or different things, which just involves, talking with the kids about life, about Jesus, about a little bit of everything. So working on that, that's been a lot of life lately. But in the other real life areas, in my drives to and from different places, I don't remember where I was going, if I'm being honest. I was just driving somewhere using Waze. I don't know if we have, in the Discord, in the joiners, for you joiners, if you prefer Waze, Google Maps, Apple Maps. I haven't used Apple Maps in years. I remember it being trash. So, but I prefer Waze just because I'm in a big city and Waze updates really well because people update it. When I go to the US, in most cities and places I go, I find Google Maps works better because Waze needs people to keep stuff updated. But this Waze Waze here is nice and updated. However, they keep taking away my boy band voice that I like. The in 200 meters, turn right and then turn left.
It's
you remember
so
that one?
Awesome. Yeah, it's the
so
best.
Amazing. They took it away.
Why?
They took it away. They took it away a month ago and it disappeared for a week. And then it just mysteriously came back. Well, I checked again and all of a sudden this lady started being like, in the next 300 meters, turn right. And I'm like, who are you? I didn't invite you to the party. Get out of here. Where's my boy band?
Yeah.
So I'm very disappointed right now. I can't find it. It just disappeared off the list. There's some interesting ones like Master Chief is on there, but he's kind of boring in what he says. And there's some other ones that I've tried out. I don't quite like them. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what it is. I don't like a girl telling me what to do. I don't know what it is about it, but the girls are just like, they don't.
Wait a second. The boy band one, wasn't that a girl though?
No, that was a boy singing with the boy band. Yeah.
No, that was a girl.
No, it wasn't. It was a boy.
It's a boy band theme, but that was definitely a girl.
Nope. You're wrong.
Mm.
Okay. If a girl's going to tell me what to do, they gotta sing it to me like the boy band. I don't like them just saying, in 300 meters, turn right. I'm like, ugh.
What kind of
so I changed it.
That?
I changed it to the zombie. And so they're like, in 400 meters, turn left. Brains. Like it's just like
they
this.
Don't. Did they say brains?
They say brains at some point. Yeah, they do say awesome. Brains. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's a bummer, man.
Yeah, that made me sad. So I had to share that, just because I've been a boy bander for a long time now, and I introduced you to the boy band when you came to visit. And you were like, "What is this voice? I love it!" And so we were just singing everywhere we went. You have reached your destination. Like no, she definitely doesn't like it.
Oh man,
she was not feeling. She liked it at first, and then she's like, "Okay, this is getting old. I'm changing it." I was like, "You can change yours. You can't change mine. I'm boy band for life." Yeah. So, let's see. In other news, at school, I started a cult, and it's been pretty fun so far. Yeah. So at school we have duties, as Chandler would say and giggle too. We have duties that we're in charge of. One of them I've told you about, bus duty, when I tell people enjoy their freedom. And another duty I have is middle school snack break. And so there's like a 10-15 minute period where I'm just standing in the general area of the middle school classrooms and where they have benches and stuff. And I started standing at a tree, and this tree has a number name tag on it, and it's 184. So I was standing there, and a student came up and were like, "Look at this tree." I'm like, "You mean 184?" And so we started calling the tree 184. And then we just started talking about if the tree were alive, like what would it think? What would it feel?
Okay.
And then other people started coming up, and like if someone was like mean to someone else, be like, whoa, 184 does not allow people to be mean to each other. So you need to just calm down. And they'd be like, 184, what are you talking about? So we'd introduce them to 184. Now, at some point, the nickname came up to call it Adage because, A is the first letter of the alphabet. 184. That's what I said. No, it's 148. No, it's 184. Oh, now I don't know. 148. Sorry. 148. Was I saying 184?
You did.
Oh, man, I've been lying the whole time. I've been talking about another tree. So all the trees on campus are numbered. They all have a little circular name tag. So this tree's called 148. Sorry. So 148 we call Adage because the first letter of the alphabet's A, the fourth one is D, and the eighth one is G. So I was like, we call it Adage. And that one didn't stick. They're like, we can call it 148. It's fine. And so So now it's become this ritual. Every time we go there, like we try to fit as many middle school kids with me as possible. And I think we've gotten up to 12 around 148, tree 148. And there was one day I was late and I walked up and I just looked at them and they were just walking in a circle around 148. And I was just like, I've created a cult. What have I done?
They're all worshiping the tree.
They're all worshiping the tree 148. And so then like all this other stuff, like, there'd be pine cones below 148 because it's a coniferous tree. And they'd be like, 148 had babies. And so then we're talking about what the babies would be. I mean, it's crazy. It's hilarious though, because it's become just a fun little game we play with the middle schoolers. Right. But we've had everybody from all walks of life come up and be like, what are you doing? Like, because we're just standing around the tree talking to each other. Yeah. And people are like, why are you standing around the tree? I'm like, this is a place of peace and a place of reflection and friendship. You are welcome here.
Do you welcome them in. That plants, like trees, know when there's positive vibes, it grows.
Yeah.
And it flourishes.
So we could help 148 like get huge.
You can.
So here's hoping. I'm excited if it happens.
Let me know in like 25 years what it looks like.
Yeah, I will. I'll keep you posted. Now, I do realize the reason. I'll put a pin in that and check in here in 20 years and be like, dude, it's huge. It like took over the school. It's like trying to kill us all.
He is Groot.
Yeah. But the reason I said 184 is because that's my lunch number at school as a teacher. And I found tree 184 and got a selfie with it. So
184 or 148?
No, 184 is the tree that shares my lunch number. 148 is the tree that we stand around during middle school snack time. Just to be clear.
Is there a way you can change your lunch number to 148?
I really wish I could, but I'd have to talk to whoever 148 is and be like, give me your number.
He's like,
give me your number now. Yeah, I don't care. So that's some fun that I've been having. Also at PACA, I got a new pair of shoes. Now, this sounds like, yes, those. This is where I have a nice, interesting story. Now, not only to get new shoes, I got designer Adidas Grogu shoes. These are green and white shoes with a design of Grogu on the side of it.
Is there like someone just like slinging shoes in like one of the classrooms? Like,
no,
over here. What are you buying?
I mean, it kind of felt like that at some point in the conversation. So let me start from the beginning.
All right.
Talking to my buddy Guy, the art teacher that I just told you about earlier. We were just talking. It was after school, hanging out. Kids were playing in the playground. We were like, let's talk. So we were talking. Dude walks by, and he has these like white with green tinted shoes, and I'm like, what are those? What are those shoes? And Guy's like, that is Grogu, and he pointed at the shoes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is Grogu. And I stopped him, and I'm like, my buddy, my friend, where did you get those shoes? How much are they? How do I get my hands on these shoes? And he's like, these shoes? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, I have my brother works for Adidas or something, some connection he had to Adidas, an Adidas factory. And I'm like, awesome. Give me all the stats and I'll consider buying a pair. And he's like, what size are you? And I'm like, 43. And he's like, me too. You can have the shoes. I'm like, what? I can have the shoes? These are like 3 to 4 like hay ice, 3 to 400 hay ice, which is not even $100, but here 3 to 400 hay ice is up there. It's like, it's expensive. And he gave me the shoes. Now at first he said he was going to give me the shoes right there, and we're just like, are you just going to walk around in socks? Like, how does this work? And at first I'm like, I didn't give you the compliment for you to give me the shoes. You don't have to give me the shoes. It's okay. Your shoes are cool. I'd like to get some.
No, He's wants like, you to owe him one later. There comes a time.
That's what one of my other teacher friends said. They're like, now you owe him a favor. He's gonna cash that favor in, and you better be ready. And I'm like, I'm ready. Because listen, he gave me the shoes like a few days afterwards. He just walked up. He found me after school.
He's gonna give you a briefcase. Be like, all right. Deliver this to the third trash can.
Oh no! I need you to take this to tree 148 and leave it there. No, not 148. Yeah. So he gave me the shoes, and I wore them today in school. And I tell you what, man, I can't tell you the last time I was so excited to wear a new pair of shoes. Like,
that's awesome.
They're not brand new, but they're pretty new. Like even looking at the bottom of the shoes where, you walk on, they touch the ground, they're pretty clean. So I would guess this dude had only had these shoes for like a couple weeks at most.
Wow.
And dude, he gave me Grogu shoes. And
so
these
did
are
you
like,
give him your shoes?
no, I'm not giving him
Like
my
what?
nasty shoes. All the shoes I have none of my shoes are worthy.
He's
I would
just
have to
walking
give him
around in his
50
bare
pairs.
feet.
I'd have to give him all my shoes in order to equal the Grogu shoes that he gave me. These shoes are so cool.
I feel like he needs a steak dinner now or something.
I think he does. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I told him that he has a friend for life. I owe him. I gave him straight up. I was like, I owe you. So whatever you need, whatever you want, I'm your man. So
that's a dangerous thing to say.
It is, but I was like, I met his kids. He's a second grade. He's a father of a second grader and a first grader, I think. His name's Gabriel.
What if his kids were like one of those, like when they grew up, like, hey, once I get shoe 43 size, I'm gonna get those. It's gonna be great.
I don't think people usually look that far ahead. But I get where your head's at, and I appreciate that. But yeah, no, that's not happening. Besides, they're my shoes now.
Wife yells at him on the way home, like, what did you give him your shoes for?
Yeah, I know, right? So that was pretty cool.
That was the anniversary present.
And I was even telling my students, I was like, I have not had shoes this cool since the pumps, like the Reebok pumps we had back in the day.
That was like 90s.
Yeah, where you could like pump the basketball and it filled up with air and like cut off the circulation in your ankle because you pumped it too many times.
Or it just no longer worked and they were just flapping in the wind like terrible shoes.
Pretty much. Yeah. No, these shoes are amazing. Like, I'm going to wear these shoes every chance I get, even if they don't match. I'm going to be wearing a suit and then my Grogu shoes. Well, actually, the other thing is I don't want to get their white shoes with a green tint and I don't want to get them dirty. So
wow, those are fair weather shoes then.
Yeah. So as soon as it's like raining or I go near mud, I'm like taking them off and I'm walking in my socks. Like, I don't care. I'm like, nope, can't get Grogu dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get them dirty. So
nice.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool thing that happened at work. Did not see it coming. I'm still in awe of Gabriel just giving me his shoes. What generosity.
That's cool.
Yep. The last thing in real life is I've been having dreams lately, and it's been weird, man. Weird dreams. Mm-hmm. Not like people just giving you shoes off their feet in the middle of a conversation. Weird, but like I had a dream.
You are the critter in your ceiling. Kind of weird.
Oh man, the critter's back, by the way. Like,
come on.
It was 5 o'clock in the morning today. It was dancing around our ceiling, like just like, and I couldn't tell if something was chasing it, if it was chasing its tail, if it was doing warm-ups for
put on tap shoes and just started dancing.
Yeah, just like I don't know what it was doing, but it was just its little toenails were just hitting our ceiling everywhere. It was gross. So gross. But dude, I had a dream the other day that like two people were having some kind of war of escalation with katanas, like,
whoa,
like samurai swords.
Yeah.
But they were just cutting random things, like they cut a box or they cut a couch, and then all of a sudden in the dream, one of the people got so angry that they picked up a cat and just cut it in half.
No! What
in the middle of the
are
dream.
You dreaming about?
Dude, and the way they cut it, it went from the forehead all the way back to the butt. Like, it went like across the top. Like, it was so morbid.
Do you secretly hate cats? Were you playing Fruit Ninja before bed?
I really don't. I used to have a very strong dislike for cats. I'm all right with cats as long as they act like dogs. That's when it's okay.
Dreams are the doorway to your soul. So, my God,
they kind of are. It was morbid. Like, the dude just was like, ah, and just grabbed the cat, and just went and just cut across. And I think I woke up at that point and was like, what the heck am I dreaming?
Start walking around, just looking at everything in your cupboards, just so you don't have to go back to bed.
Pretty much. Then I went back to bed, and that same night I had a dream that I was at a church service, one of our churches in another city we used to live in, and they were serving communion, and all of a sudden the communion table caught on fire, like just burst into flames. And so me and two other guys, we ran to get fire extinguishers, and the two guys that got there first, they put it out, but then other fires started popping up, and we were just like using our fire extinguishers to put fires out all over the church. It was crazy.
Wait, when did you start hanging out with 148?
That was the way before.
Oh,
I started,
yeah, I was like,
yeah, 148. We've been doing
148 is just it's putting its roots in you.
Yeah, right. No, we started hanging out with 148 easily month and a half, 2 months ago, and these dreams were like a week or two ago. So
Okay, so yeah. 148 was trying to figure out whether or not he's been working his way in. That's what he's been doing.
Maybe he has. I don't. 148's a peaceful soul.
You said you
so
just
I don't
started
know why.
a cult. You said you started
That's
a
true.
cult, though.
All right, you're right. I did admit to that. So I put myself in this place.
Yeah,
I did.
Right.
I gotta figure this out.
Fault.
So
Yep.
I gotta, give me a week or so. We'll figure this out. So I'll keep you updated.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
So that's real life. As much as none
Wait,
of that
was
sounded
real
like
life?
real life. That was real life. So
I
on
said
the
it was
fake
a
life,
dream, but it wasn't.
yes, it was. Yeah, that was real life. Catching churches on fire and skinning cats.
I don't know you anymore.
Can't wait till you visit, Patrick. All right. So in the gaming front, I did revisit Risk of Rain. I told you about it last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the reason I really wanted to give it the old college try is because I had heard about a while ago Risk of Rain 2, and I can't remember if it was free on PS Plus or if it was on sale. But I had Risk of Rain 2. It was supposed to be a really good roguelike, and I was told to play it. But I don't know about you, Patrick, but anytime someone says like a sequel is really awesome, I still have to play the original, even if people say it's bad.
Yeah.
So that's really what I'm doing here with Risk of Rain 1. I'm like, I got to give it an old college try.
The only time that's ever happened to me is I played BioShock Infinite before I played the other two.
Yeah. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but
I've heard a lot of people have done that too.
Yeah.
Where the BioShock Infinite was their first one.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, I got to play the original just to get a feel for what it's all about. And I don't feel like I really explained what it's all about enough to give you an idea. I was just kind of like, not for me. And I only played like 15 minutes. So I gave it another like 30 minutes this time. And it didn't get its hooks in me, but I get it. It's a roguelike. You like collect items and build up your what is it called? Not armada, your repertoire of weapons. I don't know. Like you pretty much your loadout, kind of, but except it's just abilities. Like you get little perks and you collect these items. You defeat big enemies and they give you like you have gun. Like you're a character that's the size of a pinky fingernail, like super little on the screen. You look like a flea. And that's one of the reasons I don't exactly like it, because I'm just like, what am I? Am I a flea, like a spaceman? Because you're supposed to be a spaceman. You're on a planet. You're traveling, through space, and you crash land on a planet. And then it starts, and it's like a side scroller where it's a roguelike. You have a map where you need to find your teleportation device to go to the next area. But you're like this little speck. And I don't understand what I am. Like I'm an an astronaut flea, maybe? Because I'm so little. It's ridiculous. And I can jump, and I can shoot guns, and I have a dash button that has a cooldown of like 3 seconds, which is way too long. Hold on.
How do you know that you have guns?
Because you shoot.
Is the gun bigger than you?
So I know it's guns because it makes gun sounds, and bullets fly out, and they make like pew 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 pew. And there's like these little nubbins that pop forward, like boop, when you shoot.
All right.
So you shoot with these little nubbins that like pop out. And I'm telling you, man, you just look at a trailer or pictures of it. Your dude is so little. It's like you're an astronaut flea with little pea shooters. And you have a shotgun blast that's not with the shotgun, but it's just like one big poof. And then you have like rapid fire that shoots
is this
both
Risk
sides.
of Rain 2 or 1?
No, Risk of Rain 1. Risk of Rain 2 is much more easy to explain. Risk of Rain 1 is the one where you're just this little flea. Like you're just this little character jumping around. And I played it long enough I made it through a few teleportation. How it works is you run through the level. It's platforming. It's shooting stuff. You have 4 moves that cool down. So you use them and then you have to wait for them to cool down and then use them again. One of them's dash. One is like a shotgun blast. One's a rapid fire. And then one's a standard shot that's slow, but it doesn't have cooldown. And so you use those buttons and you get to the teleportation device. And then it says like give it a minute to charge up or something, and then all of a sudden enemies just start flooding the area, and you have to like shoot
This
stuff.
game, I'm watching it right now.
You watching like a trailer?
No, I'm watching gameplay of it.
Oh, okay.
You are a tiny, small, little speck.
Yeah, with guns.
It's super small. It's like a mini Broforce.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
what that
if
looks like.
Broforce
Yeah.
had like if Broforce, like one of the Broforce guys had what is that called? Funko Pop, and it came alive. Like that
Yeah.
would be
Mhm.
that would be how big it is. Like, so it's just running around. You're a little Funko Pop man. And so, yeah, you get to this teleportation device and you activate it, and then it has to charge. So then you have to kill stuff that's just popping up. Now, one thing I have to say is they make it easy with the terrain. You can exploit areas and like get in a little corner to where nothing can get you. And so that's what I did the first time. And then it was charged and it says, okay, ready, defeat all enemies. And I had like 60 enemies on the map because I'd let them build up. And but I found ways to kind of, isolate a few of them and kill them. And I eventually got all of them. But I made it through 3 or 4 areas, and I got some pretty cool power-ups. Like when you shoot stuff, every hit gives you more life. So I was constantly having like a leech power going. And there's other ones like every 5 shots gives you a double damage or something. And like it stacks. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of got of a, whatever that, that game, Returnal. It has a Returnal feel in terms of stacking your powers.
Yeah.
And you have the same move set. You don't get different guns, which is kind of not cool. I wish there were like a variety of course, not that I'd know what they look like or anything, but at least like different types of shots. But it's all the same shots. You just pretty much collect little powers that almost like if you're collecting the parasites and the equipment or whatever, like, and that's it. So I played 30, 40 minutes of that and made some progress, and it's fine. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I don't know how much more I'll play of it. I had more fun just explaining the fact that you're just a little Funko Pop astronaut flea man.
Yeah.
So
but it's more sprite based. It's not an actual
Funko sprite based. Yeah.
So sprite based. Yeah.
No, definitely. Yeah. Another game I played and definitely bailed after 15 minutes is Ghost Runner. Have you played this one?
Yeah, it's not my kind of game. I watched Marc stream it, and I was like, that's not my kind
I
of
did
game.
too. I saw Marc rage quit a few times, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least want to rage quit. And I was like, should I play this? So one thing, I don't know if we've talked about this, I do not like first-person platforming.
Nope.
Because it's not like real life where you can tell where you're supposed to be. You can't see your feet. And you can't look down and go forward because then your peripherals don't allow you to see enemies in front of you or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a game where you're a cyborg ninja. You have a katana. And I played this game after I had the dream about the cat killing. So it's possible that influenced me to want to play this game to see.
Yeah, definitely.
And so it's one hit kill. Like you get hit by a bullet and you're done. Like it starts you over. And so it's like constantly starting you over, and you have to dash. Like there's multiple buttons. Like it uses all 4 top buttons to like dash, jump, flash, and blah. No, there's no block. I wish there was a block. And then one more. I don't remember what it is, but it's like not. I couldn't. It was like chewing gum, rubbing my tummy, doing cartwheels, and playing Sweet Home Alabama on the banjo at the same time. Like that's how it felt. And I just kept dying over and over. Oh, slide is the other one. Crouch, that's slide. And I kept doing different things and just dying over and over and over and over. I want to say in the 15 minutes I played, 12 minutes of it was dying. Like just and starting over. I was just like, I kept doing the same. I kept doing different things. And I was like, no, this isn't fun. That's it. So I moved on from that. But yeah, I tried Ghost Runner, gave it part of it was because of the PlayStation Showcase that we didn't talk about. That was more like a PlayStation Indieville, but it did talk about Ghost Runner 2. And so I was like, oh, Ghost Runner 2 is going to come out someday. So maybe I should try Ghost Runner to see if it's worth it. It's not. So count me out. Count me out of the first person parkour ninja game. So I hope someone out there enjoys it. Also played some Rocket League, that old classic chestnut. They have a game called Speed Demon, a new mode.
What's that?
It's the ball moves faster, and you can use turbo the entire time.
Oh my gosh!
So I was like, let's do
hectic.
this. It was so hectic because I felt like a dog chasing its tail. Like I could never touch the ball because I was just constantly turbo. And the only time I actually became effective is when I stopped using turbo. And then I'm like, well, if that's the case, I should just play a normal game because what's the fun if I'm not, rocketing around on turbo all the time? So I played a couple matches of that. And part of the reason I played it is because you can like level up faster if you play the featured game, and that was the featured play style. So I just went back to Rumble, aka Mario Kart mode. That's my favorite. It's my go-to. So, yep, did a little bit of that. And then last but certainly not least, at least for me, I had a Marvel Snap cheat weekend.
Oh no. Oh no.
I re-downloaded it.
Oh no. What have you done?
I
What
shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyways. So
148 does not approve of this.
148 wasn't approved. So it's Friday night, and Tosh and I were at home because Mindy had an event and James was at a slumber party. And we were sitting there and we started watching like the making of Loki, started watching like Marvel bloopers from the movies, and then doing other stuff. And Tasha's like, have you play Marvel Snap still? I'm like, no. She's like, you should just download it and play it tonight.
Oh,
and
what
I'm
have
like,
you done?
I'm like, okay.
No.
So I downloaded it. And I played it a little bit over the weekend. And I shouldn't have, but I did.
So is it still on your phone?
Yeah, I need to delete it again. But I will say this. One is
you look like a parent looking at their kid like, what's in your hand? Nothing.
Nothing. I don't have anything. This actually connects to one of our first questions from the joiners on the old Discord. So I might as well read the question first, and then I'll continue. So From Shut Up Popsicle, Travis Popsicle, I'd like to talk about the peer pressure that is happening in the Mr. Pastor Coach Ham household. We are all friends here, Lucas. You can talk to us. Marvel Snap is a gateway drug to worse things. What kind of deal did you make? You are being tempted by dark forces. Don't give in to the dark side. Maybe it's the school. Are you being bullied? Big hugs. It's going to be all right. We got you. Shut up. Those were his words, not mine, by the way. I told him to shut up multiple times last week. And yeah. So
what have you done? What have you done?
My daughter, she tricked me into downloading it. And so I played it over the weekend.
What a sorcerer she is.
I'm going to delete it soon.
Sure. Oh my gosh.
Sure. Listen, okay. I can delete
there
it
is
anytime I want to.
You're going to be in town in a little less than 4 weeks. All right.
Yeah.
There is no Marvel Snap in our house.
No.
We are a Marvel Snap
You've
free
declared
zone.
It. You're declared it's a Marvel Snap free zone.
It is.
All right.
If
That's
I
fair.
catch you,
what are you going to do? Tell me, what are the consequences? I want to know. I want to hear the consequences.
I'm going to call a guy that gave you the shoes. Be like, you need to tell him to download it. Marvel Snap or the shoes, your choice.
I will say 2 cool things happened in my cheat weekend. I got a card back that is a cassette tape from Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's super cool. And then I got the High Evolutionary from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And he makes all the normal cards that don't have an ability have abilities. And it's so cool. Okay, that's all. All right, moving on from that as Patrick judges me with his face.
I don't judge. What are you talking about?
Ah, yeah, right. Okay, Shut Up Popsicle also had this to say. He said, sneak attack. He added an extra. He said, ask each other the most random question you can think of, spur on the moment, and go.
What is your favorite number?
7.
Oh, 7?
What is pi divided by itself?
Cake.
I like that. Okay, your turn. Go.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, let's keep going until it gets weird.
What's your favorite sentence?
Oh, oh no, I don't know.
I don't know. Is that your favorite sentence?
Yes. If you were a monkey pretending to be a booger, what would you do and why?
I would fling myself at, I don't know. What?
Hey, he said the most random questions, and so I did like what is it? Autocomplete in my head.
Would you rather
Okay.
have hands for feet
Okay.
or
Hands for feet.
or a third arm?
Oh, see, third arm's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Where's it
right?
located? Is it on the front of me?
Your rib cage, just right below your left arm.
Like a nubbin? Like below? Like Goro?
Well, yeah, like Goro, except
Like
he
Goro,
had 4
okay.
arms, but you only get 3.
Okay, I only get 3. Or hands for feet. Actually, no. I think I would do the third arm.
Really? You're gonna have so hard of a time finding sweatshirts and shirts.
That's true. Dang it. You're right.
You
Never
could
mind.
if you had hands for
I was
feet,
just
you could be couch co-op with yourself.
that's true. You know, you're right. I take it back. I go with my original answer. I should have stuck with it. Hands for feet.
Yeah.
Okay. If a cell phone fell from the sky and it hits you in the eye,
I
do you
died.
think you would die? Or do you think it would turn into a slice of rye? Or would you cry?
I would die.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think you would.
That's 100%. I'm not John Wick. I mean, I'm like, I'm this
because it fell from the
little
sky.
Cincinnati kid,
That's from the sky. Like
Yeah,
that,
I mean, like
it gains momentum.
right? If it just falls
Gravity.
from a tree, I mean, that's just like it just pokes me in the eye.
Yeah, if
it falls from
148, if a 148 throws a cell phone at you, that's
I
okay.
mean,
You'll be okay.
obliterated.
You'll get a little, you'll get maybe a splinter or two. But if it falls from the sky, that's a long way, and that can hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that good? Did you have any more random questions? Because this is going to get weirder. You know it'll get weirder.
Right? How much time do we have?
And Shut Up Popsicle will be like, yes. All right. Kakalaki Whitney. He said, oops. Nothing to, I don't know why he said oops at the beginning. Oh, maybe it's because he forgot or didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
He said, nothing to report here. Love y'all, though. And then he says, but if you somehow come back around to reading this during the show, all of you are trapped. All 2 of us are trapped in a horror movie scenario. Do you say scenario or scenario?
Scenario.
I do too, but this time I wanted to say scenario because it sounds more fancy.
All right, okay.
Okay. Who makes it out alive? Who dies first? Who is secretly in cahoots with the murderer? All right, we're going to have Ronald and Carcass are with us.
Oh, they're with us? Okay.
We'll pretend. Right. Yeah, because if it's just you and me, it's like, well, whoever's in cahoots with the murderer is going to get out alive, and the person who's oblivious is going to die.
So one of us is the murderer?
So one of us is in cahoots with the murderer.
Oh, so that's a 5th person.
What if we have multiple personalities and we are both in the cahoots with the murderer and we are the murderer?
Have you ever seen that movie? It was like the 13 different personalities.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I read the Wikipedia story.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
All right. So first person to die.
Okay.
I mean, Carcass, he's already dead, so he's done. He's done. He's gone.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
He's out.
The panic alone, the uncomfortableness panic that he would have of not knowing who's in cahoots, and
Ronnie. Ronnie's in cahoots for sure. For sure, Ronnie's
I agree. Ronnie's in cahoots with the murderer. But who makes it out alive? Can you and I just both make it out alive? Like Ronnie's so busy with Carcass that he doesn't even pay attention to us, and we'll just make it out alive.
I mean, I'll just follow you because you have all these crazy ideas with katanas and all that. I mean, I feel like you're gonna have a good fighting chance.
And I'll have my Grogu shoes on.
So I mean, like, you tell me what to do. I'll give you the ability to tell me what to do in a horror scenario.
Okay. Sorry. Scenario. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I like that. So we make it out alive thanks to me.
We've already. That's why we're doing the podcast right now, because
that's right. Are dead. This is actually what happened. Carcass is dead. Ronnie was in cahoots with the murderer. So
now you get the background of why it's just 2 of us.
Yep. There you go. See, that easy. Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot, Kakalaki Whitney, for making dreams come true. Yeah, that's all I got on Discord. Do you have anything on the Twitter sphere, or did you ignore the Twitter sphere again?
I don't know if I might have forgotten for Twitter, but I believe we have Facebook. I don't. Do
Yeah.
I?
Do
Mike
I?
Mike Doherty. He says, "What's the food combination that if you told someone you loved it, and all you get is weird looks? A food combination
A food
that
combo
you love,
that
and
I
other people are
love.
like, what? Why are you eating that?"
I know I
So
have
I've
them.
done that. I've done this since I was little, and my brother turned me on to it. And I think not a lot of people do. I think a lot of people do this, but I do get weird looks is when I put my chips or Doritos or fish, the fish crackers or whatever,
Oh,
any
okay. I was
crackers,
like, where are you
whatever.
going with this? I just get and grab
Um,
my fish and put it in my food.
I know. And put it on the sandwich, straight on
Yeah.
the sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doritos is where it's at. But I've done, any sort of chips I'll put on there. Sometimes I get weird looks. One, because they
Right.
might have never seen it before, but they also may be intrigued. Like, wait a second, is that a good idea? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, sir.
For sure it
Ma'am,
is.
sir, it is.
Yeah. Man, I feel like I have weird things that I get stares at, but I can't. I know that recently I was talking about the wonders of the spaghetti sandwich with someone, and they were like, "Spaghetti sandwich? Isn't that just spaghetti on bread?" I'm like, "Yeah, and it's magical, and it's not just any bread. It's not like you're just like, hey, let me just find a loaf of bread here. No, it's garlic bread,
Garlic bread, 100%.
and you make a sandwich, and it's awesome. Like it just is so much better than getting the fork and twirling it around, and I just get a little bite of my garlic bread, take a bite of my spaghetti. No, you put that
All
baby
on
on there,
there.
and you make a sandwich out of it. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a teacher friend that she was just like, I love spaghetti sandwiches. And I was like, yes. And we had like 5 minutes where we were just, our mouths were watering and we were just thinking about spaghetti sandwiches, and it was magical because spaghetti sandwiches are awesome. I have others, but I can't really think. I'm all about the sweet and salty. So any kind of sweet and salty, I feel like gets weird looks sometimes. So like dipping fries in ice cream, whether that's like a Frosty or it doesn't really matter, man. I mean, you just give me a sweet
I don't
option and
understand
a salty combo, and I love it. Unami
I
is
don't.
what it's called, actually. Not
I give the
unagi.
weird. I give the weird
Unami.
looks for fries and the Frosty. Like, I don't get it. I've tried it
You've
and
tried it?
I don't like it.
That's your loss is my gain. So.
Mike Doherty goes on to say, he
Oh
says,
yeah.
I love peanut butter and spicy pickle sandwiches.
I would try that. I've had pickle and peanut butter. I haven't had spicy pickles.
Spicy pickle, like jalapenos.
Jalapeno business.
Jalapeno and peanut butter.
Jalapenos and peanut butter. I'd eat that. Why not?
Yeah, I don't think I would. I would definitely try that.
Yeah,
I think
for
I
sure.
feel like the spiciness would overpower the peanut butter taste.
But wait,
right?
didn't he? Would it overpower the peanut butter, or would the peanut
Wouldn't
butter
it?
just like surround it with its peanut butteriness? Like
I wouldn't.
just
I feel like
envelops
I feel like
everything.
my tongue, the lobe that's inside my
Actually,
mouth would not understand what I'm tasting.
You know what would happen? It would make it really hard to get the hotness out of your mouth. Like it would actually make it stick to your mouth skin. Is that
I mean,
how
if you
that?
like
Is
that.
that what it's called? Is it called mouth skin? I feel like I'm saying something really disgusting and I shouldn't be saying it, but what else would you call it? Like, I cut my mouth skin. Like it's the red,
I'm
it's a
not a
layer.
doctor, but I feel like wow, it's tissue. It's
mouth.
tissue.
It's all tissue though, isn't it? Like your skin is skin tissue, but we still call it skin.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
can't it be mouth skin? I feel like I'm just
My
making up
mouth
all
skin's
kinds of
on
medical
fire right
terms.
now.
I'm burning my mouth skin. This is disturbing. Do you think Marc will be when Marc comes back? Do you think he'll be able to stand us for more than 15 minutes? I think we've gotten worse.
I just we
All the
have.
things we're gonna say. I'm like, I'm sorry, Marc, you left, and the cat's away. The mice will make up weird stuff and play, of course. Yeah. So yeah, that's all we got.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No,
Right.
I wouldn't. I don't think I would give weird looks for spicy pickle and peanut butter. I'm intrigued by that.
I am. I say when I come visit, we try it.
All right.
I don't know. We need to just get a bunch of weird foods and just try them.
Mike. All right. I need
Mike.
you to message
Michael.
us. Post tweet at us, Facebook message us, whatever. What spicy pickles are the best to go with the peanut butter?
Yeah, we don't want to just do like, Dollar Tree spicy pickles. We want the best. Like, the best of the best, sir.
Are there different spices too? Do you have different levels? Or is there like a go-to spicy pickle? So I need to know this stuff.
Yeah, we need the deets.
I don't want to go in like just like picking something that this is gross. I want to be able to do it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then the peanut butter is Jif, of course.
Oh yeah, duh, for sure.
Duh.
I mean, duh.
None of that Peter Pan stuff. Get him out of here. You can fly. You can fly yourself out of my house. So that's what you. I don't think
I've ever had Peter Pan.
I just remember. There was some family or friend member that I excommunicated from my life.
We're not friends anymore.
What is this in your pantry? Get out of here. Oh, wait, I'm getting out of here. Never talking to you again. Peter Pan peanut butter.
Get out of here.
Oh, wait, this is your house. See ya. Peace. I'm out. All right. Well, that's all from us. I don't know if you were ready for that to be all from us, 20 minutes ago, but guess what? Bonus content. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to send us random questions, if you would like to, send us anything and see what we do, we're like performance monkeys, send it our way. We're ready. So we'd appreciate that. You can find us on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Instagram. We got all them things there, and we know how to use them and click them and like them and, respond. You can also find us on YouTube. We have some joiners who are on Twitch, like Captain Bacon himself, Timmy Pollen. I think there's others that are on the Discord. You check them out. They like to do that. We're friends with them and we like them too, if that makes sense. Patreon and our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click on the link that has all these links that you can all in one place. It's awesome. Linktree.com/the GMG pod. You can also rate and review us if you're the giving type, but can't throw a coin to your podcasters. Go to Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, rate and review us through stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback. Your voice can be heard literally if you like at 929 GMG Guys. Alrighty then, Patrick and the ghosts of Ronald Johansson and Carcass Boucher, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week. And may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game. Good.